Welcome back. My name is Matt. You're watching Impress Comics. It has been a day since I made a video. I've probably acquired more things than I really should have in this last couple of months, but it's piling up in the floor. There's boxes over here. There's boxes back there. I'll probably move and shift. You're gonna see. There's more boxes over here. I gotta get the floor cleaned up, and I've been holding off saying all this stuff is so cool. I don't want to put it up. I want to keep looking at it, and I want to show it off a little bit. And that's what I'm going to do today. It's going to be a whole bunch of random things from purchases that I've made to towards the end. I'll show you the very first piece of original art that I've ever had, original published art, I should say, that I've ever had. Really excited about that. So before I get started, if these are the kind of videos you like, if you would, please just like and subscribe to the channel. Share it out if you want. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel a little bit. First thing I want to start off with is kind of a self-serving ploy. I ended up picking up this 1 in 50 variant of G.I. Joe 1. If you ever run into any of these 1 in 25 or 1 in 50 variants of Transformers G.I. Joe of the new Energon universe and they're cheap, please grab them for me. Let me know. I will take them. If you find another one of these, I paid $8 for this, which is ridiculous. I mean, they're only like $16 to $20 is the usual price for it, but getting it for for $8, that was a no-brainer for me. So if you're ever out and about, you find any of those, the Transformer covers look just like this, have the little schematics and stuff, sort of all around on it, and any of the G.I. Joe covers like that, please let me know. I'd appreciate it. But things that I've gotten a hold of lately. Collector's Paradise, comicsandcards.net. Not sure if you've ever heard of them or pay any attention to them. Check them out on Instagram. Follow them on all of their socials as well. They do a lot of different pre-order signature series type things. And one of them that I got just came in yesterday, was Free Planet number 1 through 6. They're all still in here. I haven't even opened them up yet. But these are all double signed. You can see right there and over here, but all of these are double signed. And then right before that, I ended up getting all of the new Giant Size X-Men and the free Comic Book Day books that they had at the same time. So we had the Fantastic Four free Comic Book Day, that's double signed. House of M, Giant Size House of M, double signed at the bottom. And there's only like 5 or 6, so bear with me if you don't like X-Men. The new Giant Size Age of Apocalypse. Giant Size Dark Phoenix, signatures are down there on the bottom. And there is Giant Size X-Men number 1. That was number 2. And then you've already seen number 1. There we go. But what they do at Collector's Paradise is they charge you cover price. That's it. So you go ahead, you pre-order it. The Free Planet, I think, it's 1 through 6, so it was at least 6 months ahead. I think it might have been 7 months ahead. You go ahead and you pay cover price for the 6 issues, and they go ahead and get them all signed for you. The signatures are free. So you pay, I think, $10 for shipping plus cover price, and that's it. And everything comes signed. And they'll ship them out to you. They do send you a certificate of authenticity. It is a generic one, but it is one nonetheless. But anyway, that's cool. If it's books that you're going to go buy anyway, it's definitely worth trying to jump on one of these bandwagons and getting them already signed. Get them shipped to you for just another $10. That's a pretty good deal for me. The other things that have come in, I've been a big fan of Absolute Batman. I'm not one of the people who takes it very seriously. It's just a completely different storyline. It's an interesting take on characters and names that I already know, names that I love, very familiar with. This one, as you can see, is signed by Mike Spicer, who is the colorist on all of the new Transformers Energon universe, several Batman runs. He's done a lot of stuff with Daniel Warren Johnson, who wrote this Absolute Batman number 1 annual here. Mike lives down in Florida, down in Claremont, Florida. He's not far from where all of my family lives down there. And so I've gotten to know him a little bit over the last year and a half, and just talk to him online. I got to meet Mike at Heroes Con for the first time in person this year, which is really cool. Got some books signed from him, took pictures and did all that kind of thing. But Mike's a really great guy. If you ever get a chance to meet him, shake his hand. You can just tell him how awesome he is at what he does, because he really is. Absolute Batman #1 annual. So I said I've been a fan of that since it started. Definitely have. I enjoy it. That's one that I really look forward to each month. All of that being said, this #1 annual that Daniel Warren Johnson written, that he wrote, it was by far the best story of the entire run so far. It's not even close for me. I am biased. I do like every single thing that Daniel Warren Johnson does, so that's not necessarily going to be a surprise to you, but I highly recommend reading that story. It's great. The other big book that I am super excited about every month when it comes out, I was for a couple of months leading up to it. The more that I read, the more I liked about it, is the Batman #1. This one is signed by Matt Fraction, and I have sort of overdosed on Matt Fraction interviews and just learning everything I can about the guy, his personality, the way that he writes. I like everything about him. I really, really enjoyed any podcast, any interview, anything I can read from him. I liked, which brought me down the rabbit hole of I really liked the Hawkeye show that was on Disney Plus, and finding out that, of course, that was tied to Matt Fraction's Hawkeye run. That made me want to get into that, and then that took me to Mike from Lunch Money Comics. Over Halloween, I ended up winning a giveaway, and from him for Halloween, I'm going to tie this together. Hang on. For Halloween, I've got the Funky Town Comics, the cover for A Creature of the Black Lagoon. And then everybody needs a copy of Post Malone's Big Rig #1, obviously. I'm sure you already have yours. And then he also sent a Battle Beast #1. Haven't read any of those. I'll definitely check this out. I got a lot of friends that have enjoyed from the blind bag portion of Battle Beast all the way to the actual story. That's pretty good. So I kind of wanted to just sort of stay back and let the people who know the stuff tell me if it was going to be any good or not. They give me the thumbs up, so I'm glad Mike sent this. I'm going to be checking that out. In addition to that, though, Mike knew that I was in this Matt Fraction sort of rabbit hole, and that I was looking for the Matt Fraction Hawkeye stuff. So what did he do? He actually went out to his local shop and grabbed me an entire stack of all Matt Fraction Hawkeye books, all of which I actually did not have. So I've been reading a lot of the stuff online and through Hoopla, which if you don't know what Hoopla is, go to your local library, get you a free library card, read some of your comics for free every month on there. That's pretty cool. But anyway, very happy for this. Thank you, Mike. This is absolutely awesome. The next round of things that I got were actually from Cheddar over at Cheddar Comics. Everybody knows him. He is by far the best claim seller that there is on Instagram. Highly recommend you check him out if you are not following Cheddar, which if you're following me, you're probably already following him anyway. If you're not, please go check out Cheddar Comics on Instagram and here on YouTube. Cheddar buys a ton of collections. Every week it feels like he's out grabbing something, and he'll reach out if he finds something that he knows that I'm interested in. He reached out and said that he had found a handful of Transformers, like art books and Ultimate Guide books to tell you, who is what and what they do and that kind of thing. So he reached out, gave me, I got this really cool, it's gonna be hard to show you very much, but it's just lots of different Transformer art, cover art, advertising art. You've got Megatron on the back, obviously I just showed you Optimus on the front. This is incredibly cool. He got me this is one of those Ultimate Guides that I'm talking about here. And inside here it'll tell you, who is what do they look like, what do they do, what are their skills, that kind of thing. Then there's also 2 more different guidebooks that I got from him that were these. These are pretty hard to find. Recent sales on these, I think there's only been one this year for this set. So this is pretty tough to come up with, and he ended up getting that in a collection. And then he also had the new compendiums that have just come out. It's got the art by Daniel Warren Johnson on it. But this is the original run of Transformers. There is a Kickstarter that happened over the summer, before the summer, whenever it was. that I've got. Got the G.I. Joe Compendium Kickstarter just out of the frame right there. But I do already have this one, but he had it on here for a price I couldn't take. I couldn't say no. And so I have 2 of them now, so that's great. Might be a giveaway somewhere. I don't know. If there's anybody interested in reading Transformers, this might have your name on it for sure, though. The next thing that I've got from Cheddar on claim sales, again, he'll reach out to me if he finds something that I like. Everybody who knows me knows that I love Mask, so we have the complete set of the Volume 2 from '87. He also ended up in that same collection with the complete set 1 through 4 of the first volume from '85 of Mask. Really good prices on those, great condition. Cheddar, I love you. You know that, buddy. Other things that I got from him in that same claim was a first print of Batman the Killing Joke. And I don't remember what I got this from, but it was the cheapest price that I've ever had the opportunity to get it, and I couldn't say no. He was pretty harsh on the grading, so I was expecting something in worse shape than it is. The book is fantastic. The condition is great. The story is great. Really happy to finally have this at a price that I am very happy that I paid for it. I ended up getting, in the same claim from him, a Voltron #1, but it's not just a regular Voltron #1, it's a newsstand, which is fairly hard to find of these that are in any kind of decent shape. They didn't make, a million of these copies, but this is in a really, really good presentation. I think this is probably going to be a pretty solid 9.6 candidate. I am going to go ahead and clean it and press it. I don't care what grade it gets, I am going to get it, and it'll go up there. I've got 1 through 3 already anyway, but the only one I have graded is number 2, and I would like to have number 1 graded and put in here. The last thing that I got from him in this claim was the He-Man set, and what was majorly appealing to me, not only, I'm going to get them anytime they're out there for the most part, anyway, if they're in pretty good shape, but with number 1, which looks fantastic on its own, but you'll notice it is also a newsstand, and it is just gorgeous. This will be one that I'll work and try to be as meticulous as I can to get a shot at a 9.8, but if it ends up being a 9.6, it'll be a 9.6. It'll be the best version of what it can possibly be, and I've been holding out for a newsstand. I've got, up here I've got a direct, and got several directs hanging around, and newsstands are always very expensive on this book, but got this. Really, really happy from Cheddar. And just so you can see the covers too. Number 2. And number 3. And I've already got, Justin at No Good Comics has already gotten me a set of these when they had them up for sale up at Zapp's up in New Jersey. So if you yourself find yourself at your local comic shop or a sale where they got the He-Man set, some Voltron, some Mask, and it's not expensive, really good deal, reach out to me and let me know. It'd be great. Now, speaking of claim sales, Dan over at Dan's X-Men, he had announced that he was going to have a pretty big claim sale a few weeks ago. I got excited when I saw a handful of books that were on there, but I wasn't sure it was going to be something I'd be able to actually swing and come up with. He was pretty awesome, giving me some good deals on every single thing that I claimed. In the box, well, number 1 was the free thing. He just threw in a X-Men number 5 first cover of Omega Red, and the book's in great shape. I actually got nervous because I didn't buy it from him, so I reached out and said, hey, was this supposed to go to somebody else? Like, nope, you're good. It's Dan, so of course I got some Mark Jewelers. We got a handful of, we'll just show them one by one real fast. We got our Daredevil, number 204, number 229, number 279, 271. Again, these are all Mark Jewelers. Number 236. And the last Mark Jewelers I got from him was a Web of Spider-Man book that I needed. So I have all of those now, and those are going to stay in the collection for a very, very long time. I try to put these in order of how I want to show them. All right. So in his claim sales, he's Dan's X-Men. He obviously has a ton of X-Men stuff, and that was what he was getting rid of, was just duplicates and things he was trying to do to get some funds up. So I got a couple of books here that I haven't ever had. I've never had an opportunity to pay what I ended up paying for these, to get these, to put these in the cabinets behind me here. But we've got number 142, which it's in really good shape, incredibly good shape. And then we have number 141. This one will take a good bit of work. It's I don't know, it's probably got potential to be in that 6 category, maybe a 6.5, but I would say it should be able to come up to about a 6.0. Then after that, we have a book I've wanted for so very long, and it's always available. There's a million of them out there. It's not that it's hard to get. It's just not exactly what I want to pay for it. It's always about a step or a half step out of where I really want to pay for it. But I finally have the first cover appearance of Wolverine. And you can see, especially sort of up top, there's some color breaks and there's issues that it's got on it. But he had this at, roughly a 6.0, something like that. I think it's got potential that it should be in, when it's done, it should be in that 7.5 range, something like that. But I'm really excited to have this. I can't wait to get it cleaned up and get it pressed, get it into a fresh bag, and then have it. It's going to go out up here. I don't know what I'm going to bump. I need more wall space, but this one is definitely going to go on the wall for sure. The last one that I got from him on this run of Claim books was the first cameo of Gambit, and that is going to basically squash the debate of what's the first one, what's the second one. Well, this is his first cameo, and I might have the other one right here, but we'll lead to that story in just a second. We have a couple of shops that are maybe an hour and a half for me, something like that. There was a place that Mike at Lunch Money Comics, Dan at Dan's X-Men, and Rohan from Back in the Game Comics and Absolute Game of Nerds. The 4 of us, when we left Heroes Con, we drove to South Carolina, and we found this comic book shop called Collecting Problems. And I've been following them on Instagram and working with, stalking them basically. Hey, what have you got? What's in there? He ended up posting up some Transformers books, and of course you're going to get my attention when you put up a Transformers number 1. But not only that, when you list a Transformers number 1 for $35, you really got my attention. So I ended up, I'm going to just sort of slide this right in here, and you're not going to find a front cover anyway that looks any better than this, and you definitely won't find it for $35. Anyway, I got this. This is one of those books that you can see on the top of the back. It was suffering from the dull blade. Marvel has had problems with that in the past, I should say. CGC doesn't usually hurt, for that grade. They understand. They know that was part of the production, and it is what that is. But anyway, I was happy to find this for $35. I've cleaned it up. I fixed all of the blemishes that were on it. It looks incredible. Very happy with this guy. The next one that I've got, and I told you I'm going to just keep going. It's been a long time since I've showed a bunch of stuff, so just keep sitting with me. Josh over at Spro's Comics out in California, he does a lot of Instagram claim sales, and ended up picking up a Wolverine number 8 from him, and went through and fixed a couple issues on it and got it cleaned up. This is a solid 9.6 now, but it's a really good copy. To my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, if you're watching, this is not the copy that you gave me, I promise. That one is safe right over here outside of the camera. This is one from Josh at Spro's. Anyway, so yeah, we got this super cool book, and honestly, I never thought I would own it. And then my brother-in-law Justin, he went out and got it for me for my birthday, and that was cool. And Josh had this for a really good price, so I grabbed it. This will be one that I'm going to use it'll be trade, or probably maybe a raffle or something like that I'm going to do. I don't know, raffles or anything that interest you or not, or if they are a thing that I can do or not. So But anyway, this will end up be going to someone somehow, some way. So those are cool. The next two things that I've got, I'll show you my original art here in just a second, but I want to tell a super quick 30 to 40 second story. So I work in North Louisiana. I live in Clemson, South Carolina. I go and I buy a lot of different books whenever I go to Louisiana. And there just so happens to be a really cool game store that's there in town that started dealing with some comics. And then there's a couple of other places over about, 30 minutes away that end up having some really good comics too. As you can see from this footage here, I went in February. I ended up with 1,300 books that I brought back in February, which is ridiculous. What's even more over the top is all of these books ended up being 50 cents or less. And at the end of this video, I'm not gonna make you, sit and wait through it right now. At the end of this video, I'm gonna try to speed it up through, but I'm gonna show you a good handful of it. I'm not gonna show you all 1,300 of the books, but I'm gonna show you a grouping of the things that I got back in February, the things that I got just a couple of, a few weeks ago, whenever I was out there last. I think it was October sometime, late October. So I've had really good luck, and I have a friend that's out there, Philip. He takes care of scouting for me whenever I'm not there, and I'll go back out there here in a few weeks again and do some work and some digging and stuff too. So that's pretty cool. Highlights of the stuff that I got. I ended up at a store in West Monroe. I think it's West Monroe. And he had a ton of G.I. Joe IDW comics, which are always in short supply. Another news alert, if you're ever at a store that has dollar books that are IDW G.I. Joe, please let me know. I might be interested in those. But on his wall, he ended up having a Secret Wars number 8 that was in fairly good shape. It wasn't too bad. It's an above average copy. It's probably an 8.0 to an 8.5, something like that. I've already cleaned it and pressed it, and it's ready to go. It will go to a new home, which is great. Somebody's gonna get it open. While I was there getting that from him, I'll get this off the wall. While I was getting that from him, a guy came in and wanted to sell this. So he went ahead and bought this, and I told him, I ended up making a package deal for this, but this book for the newsstand was only 60 bucks. That's all that this cost. Now, it's not a 9.8 by any means, but it is a really good newsstand copy of this, and that's what really appealed to me. So this has been a wall book since I got it finished and got it fixed. So it will stay here. It'll stay on the wall. I'm not planning on getting rid of that one. But another book that we got in there, which is tied to what I showed you earlier, but he also had an Uncanny 266. And I've never actually owned this book. I've worked on it, but I'm glad to finally have it. And it also is another very, very good looking book. It's probably in that 9.2, 9.4 range, but not bad at all. It's a great one for me to have. Later, I'll probably upgrade at some point, and this will end up being a trade. I like doing trades. I want to find more people who want to do trades. It's I don't know, it's easier on the bank account. It's nice to rotate things, and that's always good to not spend any money. The last thing that I have to show you before we go to the footage of everything else is the original art. So Livio Raimondelli, he is an artist. He's known mostly for Transformers, or a lot for Transformers. He's done many things. If you're not aware of him, you're not familiar with him, please go look him up, go check him out. He's not only an incredibly talented, fantastic artist, he is a really great person. I've gotten to know him a little bit over the last almost 2 years now, and messaging back and forth, I keep getting books and stuff that he's done for me. There is a Transformers cover that he edited for me that he started out with Optimus Prime, and it ended up having, he split it down the middle and whited out half of Optimus Prime. I'll put a picture of it here. But then, Soundwave's my favorite. Soundwave is on the other half. And on top of that, what made it even the most cool piece that I have is zoom in here on Soundwave's gun. he's got 2 matte written in it. That put it just at the top of my list. There's no doubt that is one I will love forever. Rohan, who I mentioned earlier at Absolute Gaming Nerds back in the game comics, Rohan has been a bad influence / good influence on several of us. And Colossus Collector Ryan, he's gotten into the original art game over the course of 2025. The walls keep closing in around me, and I said that it didn't mean anything to me. I don't need it. I can do sketch covers and have that kind of thing. I really enjoy that kind of one-of-one type thing. But the more I thought about it, the more I wanted it. And the one that I wanted it from, I wanted my first one to be from Livio Ramondelli. It's going to come from Transformers Primacy, however you say it. So it's going to be issue number 4. He's signed this one for me, and he sent me another one to sign too. But the page that I have is, I'll try to show as best I can. Just a very, very cool original page, I should say, group of panels. But so we'll do a here's this, and then I'll put what the finished page is kind of right here, and you can see sort of the transition of where it goes from pencils into the regular art. Just a great piece. I love it. I love having multiple characters on it. It's just right up my alley. I can't thank him enough for letting me get that from him. He doesn't sell, a lot, doesn't advertise it an awful lot, but he did have that, and I looked through some other stuff that he had, and that was the one. So Livio, if you happen to watch this, catch this anywhere, I really appreciate you, man. You know that, and I will cherish that piece forever. It won't be going anywhere else. Now we come to the end of this, to where I don't know what gets into me when I go to Louisiana, but the fun thing is, when I go into these places, the one place in the town where I work, they ended up having this sign that was posted up that everything that was $4.99 and under is 50 cents. Well, they have this massive section, and this picture that I've taken here is after I've already pulled 3 long boxes out and put them in the car. This was actually the next day. I forgot to take pictures while I was in there doing anything. And we were on our lunch break, and I got them to swing by, let me run in, take a picture, and then run out. But that was in February, and the sale has kind of gone on the entire 2025, so been able to really rack up on a lot of different things. But one place that I used to go to in Monroe is no longer in business. They sold out, and it's now something completely different. But I was able to get, they always did the fill-a-box thing, so I was able to get a long box for $50, a short box for $50. A long box was only $75, and I didn't really usually pay that. He would normally knock some off for me too, off of that, because I kept coming and buying a chunk of stuff all the time. But it's always fun digging, and it's you go to places that they've been picked through, the owners or whatever have picked through, and that's a little bit underwhelming as you're going through, and you're not really expecting to find anything because there's been no history of it, any of that kind of thing. But this place, sure, they've got more valuable comics out at the counter and in the case and that kind of stuff. But I had a blast with these. One of the examples is I got a giant chunk of the Marvel Star Wars run for 50 cents a piece, and we're talking everything is an 8.5 or above, and most everything is in that 9.2 to 9.4 range. They were in perfect shape. They have had a giant run of G.I. Joe Marvel. Again, I'm an 80s Marvel guy, really like all that stuff. But so all of the G.I. Joe Marvel books were in that same 9.2-ish range, maybe a 9.4, 9.6, without me even touching them. And 50 cents a piece. Didn't matter if I had them or not, getting them, working on them, keeping them. Maybe I can get a 9.8 or 2 out of those, and that'd be awesome to have up on the shelf too. But there was all kinds of Batman things that I ran into. There were tons of, I can't even remember all of the things that they've had here, but I'm going to step away from the video, and I'm going to let all this stuff run and let you look through. I've got some of the stuff noted for what I paid at that run. I've got like 50 cent books all stacked together, and etc., etc. So if that's something you'd like to watch, check that out. If not, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you jump off now and you don't want to sit and watch any of the books fly by. But I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week, and I will catch up with you soon.